Now, everyone wants to claim the title of, inventing distillation, but it's really impossible to determine who was first, because distillation, just like fermentation, predates the written word. So this alembic here is from about 3500 BC. It was found in Iraq. Now, beer dates to about 4000 BC. Mead is around the same time at least. So all you'd need to do is put a fermented liquid inside this vessel here. And you can see the heat source below it, enough to get the vapors to climb up, condense on the inside at the top, and then drip down. And when you collect those, you would actually have a distillate. Now, probably not very high proof, but in these days they didn't tend to be drinking it. This was used for medical, for perfumes, and for making tinctures. Now, for us, the first water of life reference is from 1494, where Friar John Core was given malt to make aqua vitae, Latin for water of life, by King James IV of Scotland. Now, aqua vitae in Gaelic is ishkabaha, which is not far from the word whiskey. So that's where the word whiskey comes from, is water of life. Now, in 1784, we had the Wash Act, which introduced the first geographical designation in Scotland as far as Scotch whisky production. We had the Highlands and the Lowlands, a lot of small-scale distilleries, a lot of bootleggers up north, and they banned their product from coming down into the lowlands to keep from competing against the lowland distillers. Now, this is the first time we had a regional designation, and over time, styles did develop, but these styles, it's important to know with Scotch whisky, are not mandated or even required. Basically came down to whether or not you had trees for heating during the process of germination and malting, or whether you were using peat fires. Now, in 1822, they dramatically reduced the cost for distillery licensing, and that brought a lot of the moonshiners from the north into the fold, and actually the number of licensed distilleries doubled in like 2 years. Now, we had ebbs and flows over the years. Things like phylloxera. Phylloxera is a bug that attacks the roots of grapevines, and it pretty much decimated all of European wine production. That also decimated all of the brandy production. So people looking for spirits had to look across the channel, and Scotch whisky was able to fill the gap. Then we had Prohibition, which ebbed and flowed as well, and then technology for the production came along as well, leading us to about 1890, where blending of whiskey was in full force, and then you have names like John Dewar and Sons, John Walker and Sons, and Buchanan and Sons as well.